And 5, 4, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to His Thing. I'm Kevin on stage. She's
that chick Angel.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button, smash that notification button. Bangers. All 2023. Real quick church announcements. Join the Patreon, man. We trying to take over Hollywood. We trying to not even take over. We're just trying to get in. Join and help us. Help keep these people gainfully employed.
Amen. Please, guys.
If you can afford it, bump your subscription up. Bless us. Tour wise, Detroit. I got my Buffalinos are coming in. Got my Buffs coming in.
It's like a hoodie thing. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just didn't want you to look down. I think you got it.
Don't worry, papas.
Okay,
Don't worry, papas. Hold on 1 second. Make sure my beard is good.
Get your bills together.
You still see it?
I know it's off.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't know if you wanted to.
Detroit, I got my Buffs coming in. The Cartier glasses. Mine are from Amazon for $2 a glass. 2 of the 5 shows are sold out.
Okay, Detroit.
Yes, Tacoma selling well, Sacramento selling well, New Jersey selling well, Boston is a theater, the Wilbur Theater.
Oh.
Selling well, doing okay.
The Wilbur.
So yes, so don't wait. Don't wait till the last moment and buy your tickets. This ain't no Columbia, South Carolina. The rest of these cities is acting right. These are the cities that I would come back to every year. Tacoma, Seattle, I'm coming back to. Detroit every year. New Jersey every year.
Sacktown.
Sacramento has never let me down once.
True.
Also, always great energy down in the sack. Angel, what's going on with your life?
Well, if you're watching this on Wednesday, in 2 days, you can catch me on 2 different networks, baby. We have the HBO premiere of season 4 of A Black Lady Sketch Show.
Let's go.
Which I'm a series regular on. Or if you have children and you don't want to them to listen to me cuss, you can go on over to Disney or Disney Plus, where you will see me on Saturdays this Friday as well.
Saturdays in the park. Something about the 4th of July.
Boom, boom.
Are you on one episode this Saturday?
Yeah. So
It comes out on Saturdays too?
No, it comes out on Friday. Comes
Well,
out
that
on
mean a
Friday.
missed opportunity, Disney.
You can't
A missed opportunity,
every branding
Disney.
opportunity there.
Let me talk to Walt.
I know, right?
Where's Bob Iger? Get Bob Iger on the horn.
Walt
So on
went
Friday, you can find me on HBO and Disney, baby.
Let me tell you about a God I serve and an angel I respect. You can find me on HBO and Disney on the same day.
I don't know
And
if
if
you've heard of either of them.
Drop your ovaries, Angel.
Okay, and if you need more of me, you can just catch me on a bonus episode when you join Kev on Stage's Patreon.
You ain't got to come back to us, but I appreciate you.
It's all trees.
It's all working together. Also, I forgot to mention, I put this on social media, but I ain't told the podcast family. I'm on Disney Plus on the crossover.
Yes, you are.
Season 3.
Same subscription bundle.
Disney Plus.
Come on, get
Subscribe
on
for a minute, then cut that off. Come over to the Patreon.
Yeah, because they want 13 every month.
They up to 10 now?
Yeah.
there. Listen, Disney gonna keep racking up. We're paying more than what we paid in
YouTube
cable.
TV started at $33. Them niggas up to $79.
Yes, they're $79.
I said, what? Y'all are losing channels and raising the price.
And it is, so we're paying more than cable. Also, I forgot, make sure if you haven't, make sure you go check out the Mange Her sketch that is posted on all A Black Lady Sketch Show social media. So it's YouTube, Instagram, it's Twitter. Interact with it. Shout out your
I see
girl.
most of the comments was about you, Angel.
Because the people, they love me and I love them too.
I was looking at that. I said, them people know Angel.
I said HBO
Them
gonna be
Angel
like,
winks.
They said we here. Flocking. But yeah, there's many more to come. So go ahead, interact with that. Let them know why you showed up.
There you go. Oh, and Kat James said Angel's also on Jackie Ina's YouTube channel.
Yes, you can check me out on Lavishly Jackie, learning about how to throw a tea party and etiquette.
What is it? Lavishly Jackie's YouTube channel, or is it
Lavishly Jackie? So Jackie Ina's YouTube channel is still primary makeup, and then she took her other channel, which used to be a vlogging channel, and turned it into Lavishly Jackie to go back into more of what she's making on TikTok and YouTube, which is about the lavish life.
Lavishly Jackie? Subscribing
coins.
now.
Yeah.
All right, those are your friends who making it. Make it in the world.
Also, quick shout out to today's sponsors of the podcast.
Thank you, Josh.
Policy Genius, HelloFresh, Talkspace, and we'll talk more about them in a minute.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I saw this on Twitter. It was very funny. So we're going to talk about it. Let me make sure I read the prompt correctly.
Because it surely wasn't in there last night.
No, sure it wasn't in there.
When you said
It
the
ain't in there.
title,
But I knew
said,
you could do good. Which Avenger do you feel like you'd have a chance in a fist fight? Chance against in a fist fight? No weapons or powers. Just a straight up fight. So they have no powers. They are just the person.
So they mean which actor can we fight, basically? Is that what they? Is that what they mean?
Essentially.
Okay, because I'm like, wait, I don't
Which
know these.
actor do you think you could pat
Okay.
all the way up? And I know you didn't know about this, Angel, so I'm going to start off with who I believe.
Okay,
now.
go
I mean,
ahead.
you can do it within the things, too. So my first thought was Hawkeye, right? Because when you see Hawkeye out in the world shooting arrows and they got powers and stuff, you're like, man, Hawkeye could get beat up. But then I thought about it. This nigga's out here with no powers.
I was going to say, Hawkeye ain't got no power.
He got no powers already, and he be out there.
Yeah.
Right? So that eliminates him. Black Widow out there with, she was
Yeah, she ain't got no power.
no powers. And she out there fighting. Nigga Bird.
Nigga Bird.
Nigga Bird ain't got no powers neither. He
Nah.
got
I don't know who that is.
Nigga Bird. He Captain Nigga Bird now. He's
He a captain now.
he got
the shield.
captain. He
got
got the
dub.
shield and he Captain Nigga Bird.
Okay.
He got the shield and he got the.
He do that?
He do that. But Nigga Bird, before he was Nigga Bird, he was just nigga. He was in the special forces. So and he
he
from
out.
New Orleans. Forgot about that. You don't really want to fight nobody from New Orleans. Even though he didn't have the accent, his family was down in New Orleans. They ain't had no boat.
Yeah.
So niggas from New Orleans, in general, powers or not, you don't really want to see
You
them.
don't want to mess with him.
Niggas with wings.
Bounce hands on you.
Right, bounce hand on with Big Freedia in the
Big-
background.
yes, Big Freedia about to
waka,
come.
waka, 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 and he gonna beat the brakes off you on his way to Callio. So he's out. You know who it is? Bruce Banner.
I was thinking that too.
Pink,
I was.
pink.
I was like the Hulk. Yeah.
The Hulk. First of all, the Hulk was getting beat up as the Hulk. The last time we seen
Yeah,
him,
He
Right.
lost all of his securities.
he got beat into a sweater with glasses.
They got snapped out the window.
My son JoJo's favorite person was the Hulk his entire life. He had the gloves, remember the hand?
Uh-huh.
He used to smash around.
Oh,
when I
smash.
tell you he seen Thanos beat up the Hulk, he was like, this man, he wearing a sweater now.
He got a
And
cardigan on.
Joe was so disappointed in the Hulk for wearing a sweater. He literally called on the sweater. He was like, oh, he wear glasses now. And he don't have no favorite Avenger now
No,
because the Hulk got beat up.
That's it.
He beat him into science. He was like, you know what, science is the way. But as the Hulk, I'm going to be doing equations and stuff. So Bruce Banner, pow, pow, pow. Spider-Man with no powers is just a high school kid.
But we're old.
True.
I mean, we have to use brute force, but all he has to do is run away.
But we fighting though, Angel. He's fighting back. But that's, the teenagers, that's interesting because I was wrestling JoJo the other day.
And I bet you felt that.
And I said, first of all, I had 270 on him and he was pushing back.
Uh-huh.
And I
That's
said,
strong.
yeah, I said, okay, now I ain't really activate dad's strength yet, but he's strong and they be musty. Musty is also a strength. That's
Yes,
where they
it is.
gather their strength from the must. And they like, oh, I'm finna knock you out. So that's a good point. I do think I could beat Peter Parker up though, because he get beat up as Spider-Man as well. He be talking trash, but they be beating him up. Most of the time he gets beat up. He gets his mask beat off. But point taken. Tony Stark, he ain't got no suit. He probably getting beat up a little bit. But he be fighting in the suit. It really be his hands, but the suit be helping him. But how much is it him versus Jarvis?
He's in shape.
Who, Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Bruce Banner ain't in shape?
No.
Not
He
really.
just science boy?
When he's the Hulk, he's in shape.
But he's Bruce Banner, he's just regular?
He's just regular.
You don't see the muscle definition.
But I feel like Tony Stark ain't been punched.
I know who I could beat.
Who?
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
Because without any powers, he's just a laptop. I take
Wait,
him,
you-
pop, 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 throw some
You
water
talking
on
about
him. He
Vision?
done. Oh yeah, Vision. Jarvis is the voice.
I knew who you meant.
Wait a minute, Jarvis didn't become Vision?
Well, I guess.
extension. An
the-
extent- yeah.
He's an extension,
No, I
yeah.
thought Jarvis died. I thought Ultron killed Jarvis.
And then it made Vision.
What? I thought Vision was Jarvis.
Vision is Jarvis.
There we go.
He is Jarvis. That's the voice too.
Yeah.
He Jarvis with the
Boom.
mustard.
pouring water on him.
That's the stone.
So Vision.
Yeah.
Vision is Jarvis with superpowers.
Vision is Jarvis as a man.
I mean, yeah. So like,
and then Wanda was like, "I'm finna have sex with that robot man."
So I am going to take then Jarvis. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pour water on him.
You just on the laptop.
I'm gonna just unplug his ass from the wall.
But what if somebody put him in rice?
What you mean? That's why I'm gonna unplug him and cut the cord. There you go. Nah. I done won. I didn't even have to break a sweat. I can keep my nails, okay? Keep my face fully painted. Jarvis is it.
Is Pepper Potts an Avenger? She was just with them.
Well, I don't know if she doesn't have an Avenger name.
Yeah, she's just Pepper Potts. Because she had a suit. I want to say in Iron Man 3, she had a suit.
Yeah, he put her in a suit, but does she got an Avenger name though?
Nah, she's just Pepper Potts.
I know I'm not effing with nothing niggas from Wakanda. Because
that character's got a name, but it hasn't been formally introduced, I feel like.
Because she be eating bone broth.
I was about to say, it's called bone broth. That's what it's called.
Gwyneth eats bone broth. Pepper Potts
Nah, man. Pepper Potts eat bone broth. They look the same.
We've never seen Pepper Potts eat once.
We've never seen Gwyneth Paltrow and Pepper Potts in the same place.
She didn't do it. I was about to say she
do, though.
No, we don't. How do we know Gwyneth Paltrow just ain't Pepper Potts? Look the same.
The multiverse.
Look the same to me. And Steve Rogers, before he got the powers, he was...
Yeah, that's the rescue suit. That's what they're saying.
He was a baby.
He was a little skinty man.
But the thing about Steve, this is why I really want to fight him. He got that whole, we can do this all day. I'm not finna, you beat up now.
The fight in him is stronger than his muscles.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be tired. You know, we older, Angel.
Listen,
it was funny. We was at a premiere last night, a little... great job, actually. Naeem Lynn's has a pilot that he wrote.
Fantastic.
It was great. We were sitting there with a homegirl of ours and Melissa. And I ain't going to name her or nothing. But when I tell you this doggone conversation was so old, we was talking. She said, Melissa, her and I talking about, she think about freezing her eggs. She's like, yeah, I'm going to freeze my eggs, man. I'm trying to decide. I want to have kids. You know, if you freeze your eggs and then later on you can have kids, but you got to freeze them while they're healthy. She's like, I'm about to be 40. I want to freeze my eggs and stuff. And Melissa's like, yeah, then this conversation shifted. Melissa's like, my hand, I got to go to the doctor. It could be arthritis or carpal tunnel. And the girl's like, man, I got Osgood Slatter's in my knee.
Oh, man.
My knee hurt. And I'm like, yeah, I pulled my hamstring. And Melissa was like, man, I want to go get some candy, but I want some Sour Patch Kids. But I can't have Sour Patch Kids because it can give me heartburn. And I just was like, man, what happened to my
Y'all are lemons. Y'all are falling apart.
My friendship life, with all the conversations were just well, and I was rubbing at the moment I looked down, I was involuntarily rubbing my knee. Didn't even know that. That's what that old sneak up on you. I was rubbing my knee, looked down. I said, I gotta stop that.
We getting older faster, Kevin.
We are.
That's why you gotta have Policy Genius just in case you die. You know what I'm saying? Because more than likely, it's gonna happen.
Just in case you die.
Just in case. There's a 10 out of 10 chance that you will die.
Yeah.
Okay? But what is going to be the 10? Is it going to be 10 out of 10 that your family is taken care of, or 0 out of 10? Because we can't be out here just thinking we are not Steve Rogers. Nobody is freezing us.
Nobody's freezing
and bringing us back to life. And actually, he died too. He sure did.
He sure did.
And I bet you he didn't have Policy Genius. It's a shame, but I do. I used Policy Genius to get life insurance because I wanted to take care of my family whenever the Lord decides to call me home. If you have a family like I do, you know how much your loved ones depend on you. And in a worst case scenario, you wouldn't want them to worry about money. A good life insurance plan can give you the peace of mind that if something happens to you, your family will have a safety net to cover your mortgage payments, college costs, or other expenses so they can get back on their feet and focus on what matters most. Told you all this before. We use Policy Genius to get our policies in place. Marcus and I both. I realized in 2021, or was it 2022, I was making a nice amount of money, and that money leaves. It no longer is made when I pass away.
It's gone.
I get residual checks, but not enough to make up for the money I currently make. And I said, what I can't do is sit out here and leave my family high and dry. When we have worked so hard to set this life up for them, I want them to be able to continue that life even when I am gone. Policy Genius made it super easy. We were able to apply online. There was actually someone there to help us walk us through some of the steps afterwards. When I didn't understand certain things, they made everything super duper easy. We both got insurance plans with no problem. Insurance policies, excuse me. Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. The technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start as low as $25 per month for a $1 million of coverage. Some options offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius has licensed agents who will help you find the best fit for your needs. They work for you, not the insurance companies, which means they don't have an incentive to recommend one insurer over the other, so you can trust their guidance. There's no added fees and your personal details are private. No wonder they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to policygenius.com or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save. That's policygenius.com.
Also, real quick, I want to say this about that old conversation we was having. Tiger Woods had a withdrawal from the Masters because his plantar fasciitis flared up. I also got that plantar.
You do.
I got that fasciitis.
Flare up. That'll come out of nowhere.
Do you see him walking? I thought he hurt his back. His feet were hurting so bad.
Oh, no.
And that doggone Father Time, man, it comes for all of us except LeBron. LeBron's body is like, what? What Father Time?
But, I mean, he spent $1 million a year.
He does. He finished his season, his 20th NBA season with like 29, 10, and 6.
This year?
This season.
And that's because he missed 13 games.
Yeah.
What is that?
29 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Okay, was I supposed to you said 29, 10, and 6.
Angel, I thought you knew.
Why?
I thought you was watching the Lakers games.
But in my peripheral. And I
you
still
weren't looking straight on.
No,
Playoffs different.
Yeah. Playoffs different.
Playoff different.
We finna go. All right.
Wait a minute. Who you fighting?
Oh, Stephen Strange. He could throw his back out trying to do anything.
I forgot about him.
Oh, yeah, because without his powers, he got shaky hands.
doctor.
He can do this.
He got shaky hands. He got the shaky hands.
He's a bishop.
He got that shake.
Yeah.
Bless you, bless you. Bless you, bless you.
That's a good one.
That was good. I forgot about Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah, he's out of here.
Yeah, these hands would be strange. King, king, king. All right, moving on. Hulu is creating a documentary about Freaknik.
Amen.
And people are shook.
I'm sure they're very shaken.
Hey, yo. This...
Freaknik.
If you're not familiar with Freaknik in the black community, I don't even know how to describe it. I went to Freaknik 96 as a 13-year-old child.
With whom?
With my friend Jamal Harvey. We went to his brother's house for spring break, and his brother lived in Atlanta. Didn't know we were going to Freaknik. Just going to spend time with him. He had a PlayStation.
You didn't know you were going to Freaknik.
I didn't know. Straight up, didn't know.
All right.
His brother had a PlayStation, and I was like, oh, snap. Like, people didn't have those yet like that. I believe he had a PlayStation. I don't know when the PlayStation came out. Somebody look it up.
Kev, what if you're in some of the B-roll?
If I am, I'm 13 years old, and I'm just mesmerized by God's creations. Okay? So I remember walking around. I hadn't heard of Freaknik or nothing. I had a FUBU Freaknik 96 shirt for a long time. Like
And you didn't know about it?
Didn't know what it was. He was like, oh, we're going to Underground Atlanta, man. We're going to take y'all to Freaknik. And I was like, what's Freaknik? Because I didn't grow up in Atlanta. I spent some summers there, but we were too young to go to Freaknik. And he was like, you'll find out. So we take the MARTA train to go down to the area. On the train, I noticed that there was a heavy anointing in the train. Scantily clad. Most of the women were scantily clad. I hadn't seen twerking in real life up until that point. I'd seen it on videos and things like that, but I hadn't seen it in my own eyes. And I said, hey, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. And we get out. Go down Underground Atlanta. It is like, man, it was crazy, man. It was like a humongous block party, I guess.
Yeah.
Just people everywhere, vendors, music, food, and just butts.
And performance.
Yeah, a lot of butts, a lot of titties.
Butts, titties.
Yeah.
sexual assault. Men just they just grabbed. Grab. They smacked. And listen, it was like a social contract. A lot of the people, this wasn't like we don't want to be touched. From my eyes, this is just Kevin's eyes. There wasn't a lot of stop. This was encouraged almost on like a Mardi Gras beads and boobs reveal. There was a lot of twerking and stuff and smacking. I said, oh, my parents don't know I'm here. They think I'm just down spring break with Jamal. Boy, I became a man that summer. If I didn't love black women already, and I did, I said, now these some homegrown. This is before the BBL. This is God. Ting, 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 ting. This was just everywhere.
This is BC of the BBL.
Josh, BC, BBL. But you know, the South didn't have that. They didn't have cornbread. For a long time, the South didn't have cornbread and grits. There was a lot of that. And I'm 13 years old. I'm just like, oh, God. There's a Atlanta, the police were on horses. The crowd got out of control.
I'm sure there were a few stallions there.
Oh, they moving the people with horses. Sometimes you couldn't tell whether it was a horse or just a woman. They was built this.
The stallions was out.
The thighs and butt. The horse was confused. Like, girl, what you did now? You thoroughbred too? It was crazy. So I have seen videos of Freaknik. It's basically if tip drill multiplied by 1 million happening. That's what Freaknik was for me.
I was at Freaknik either 95 or 96.
What you did down there? What, a half up, half down?
No, Angel's got some B-roll coming out in the documentary.
No, let me tell you, I'm not. This is what happened. True story.
Oh, no.
I was in orchestra. We had a concert in Atlanta. And the white people didn't know that Freaknik would be happening that same weekend.
Oh!
So they literally had us at a hotel in the middle of Freaknik.
Oh, wow.
They just planned a performance.
That was Kev.
It was
that was Kev booking with Tampa?
Listen, right. It was like some orchestra convention, like something or other. And I was like, when we got there, I realized, wait a minute. Is Freaknik happening? And I went to a predominantly white school, and there's not that many black people in the orchestra. And I was like, oh, these white administrators have no idea what they have done.
Oh.
Luckily, praise the Lord, I was very, very saved. I already knew what Freaknik was, and I knew I did not want to be accosted. So I was like, I'm not going outside. Because we were literally in the middle of it. So if we were to go outside, it was a thing. So this is how... My roommates were 2 black women who were also viola players. There was 3 of us that played the viola. And and then one chick, and another chick, black girls, 4 of us, she played the violin. They were like, we going outside. They done brought back boys to the room.
To the room?
To the room. Now, mind you, this is how church I am. At the Sunday school, we had made these shirts. They gave us white shirts. I had glued a lace heart on my shirt. I literally looked like Little House on the Prairie. And they came up and they were like, we're going to go get something to eat and then we'll be back. Again, I was not leaving that room because I was like, dicks will be everywhere. I don't know how I'm going to be able to.
It smelled like butt sex.
I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I apparently have fallen asleep. They came back again.
Again?
Yes. I was in the room knocked out. By the time I woke up, they were like, no, they came back in here. One of the dudes was asking for you. I was like...
For worship and praise?
I don't know. I was like, they were looking at I was like me with the lace heart on my shirt.
Angel, they come in the room. Angel, down at the cross where I first saw that I praise the Lord. The burdens of my soul rolled away. Oh, it was there by faith. I received my own. And now I am happy all the day. Come on and bless it. Whoa, at the cross where I first
now, I did have a friend that went to Freaknik for real. And I ain't gonna say who it was, but the women that she went, now she was not of age, but the women she went with were of age, and they were strippers in the bathroom.
Oh, Players Club.
They were male strippers that they were having. Yeah. And I say, why am I saying with the S? There was one that they were having.
Oh.
in the bathroom.
Josh said worship and praise. It didn't click immediately.
You didn't hit that what?
Bless your heart, Kevin.
It hit me on the back end like a good hot sauce.
Yeah. So they were out there having the sex, having the relations.
So people are worried because they're young and free. This lady posted this video about it.
She said,
no. I'm going to put my own receipts out.
Right. Y'all, I don't know. We might be in trouble. Did y'all see Hulu is about to release a documentary about 94 Freaknik? Yes. 1994 Freaknik. Yes. They are about to release a documentary.
Everybody's doing the math.
So, I've been to several Freakniks. 94 was one that I attended. So I'm just praying that Jesus be a fence. I'm praying that Jesus just be a big, tall privacy fence. That's my prayer. This Easter, this Good Friday. That's my prayer. So, I will say this, though. Like, when they would bring out those video cameras and start recording, I immediately removed myself from that situation. I never, ever was okay with being recorded out there.
Said 94 was a great year.
Hopefully that worked to my benefit, but, you never know. You never know. So, the only thing I got is, if you see your girl in the documentary, hey man, at least I'm fully clothed. At least I'm clothed. Hey man. That's all I got. That's the best I got. But yeah, y'all, they about to put our business out in the street. Some of us might be on TV. So get your parental controls together. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Because girls was getting their butts opened.
Yeah.
Coochie lips was being spread.
Like the Red Sea?
Josh, they was opening butts. Butts was opened.
I know, it smelled crazy in there.
No, it was outside.
It was outside.
I mean,
the birds was like, woo! Woo! But it was like, butts was open. Literally, that was one of the things, like, open your butt. Let me look in there.
It was.
I'm thugging over my round, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Have you heard that song?
No.
You ain't heard thugging over round?
Who is that?
Her name is Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
The song is called Pound Town.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how far she gets into it. Usually YouTube, it's probably at the very beginning.
I'm out of town, thugging with my round, my Gucci pants,
Yes, I heard.
my booty hole
Brown. Yes.
I'm looking for the hole.
Yes.
Just like a big soul. Pound, just left pound town. Look, my nigga, he just took a bitch down.
Oh.
Yeah, that nigga dig a bitch down.
Down.
Nigga eat me out. Pound town, just left pound town.
Just left Pound Town.
He just took a bitch.
Anyway, that's basically what Freaknik was. It was Girls Gone Wild for black people.
Yes, and when Freaknik started to fade out, they Black Beach started to take off.
What's that?
Black Beach was Freaknik, but down in Florida.
Was that at Daytona Beach?
I don't know which beach it was because, again, I was still saved enough not to
Florida
go.
wild now.
And
Uncle Luke from
broke.
Florida.
Yeah, no, that's where it moved to. So when I was in college, it was Black Beach. Freaknik was
Gone.
because I went to college in 98. So like Freaknik was kind of like fading out. That was more my sister's age. And then Black Beach, sure enough, showed up. So then you knew, like at least with Freaknik, it was like you could wear shorts and like a crop top and that'd be fine. Black Beach, you gonna be in a two-piece swimsuit.
Two-piece.
And that's also where I had to tap out. I wasn't two-piece. At least I didn't see myself. Now looking back, I was two-piece ready.
Ain't you mad? Ain't you mad?
So mad.
Yeah, I mean, you was right there.
Listen, I'm about to put my friend's business out there. My girlfriend, Krishana. No, not Krishana. Yeah, Krishana. We had math class together. I sat there and listened to her lie to the math teacher and tell her that her grandmother died. She was on. I was like, she going to Black Beach. Lie.
Oh, my grandma's grave.
Yeah, she was like, my grandmother, she's not doing well. I'm not going to be able to be here next week. I was like, I know is going on? It is black because your hair looks great. I know you're leaving.
You got vacation braids in.
Yes.
The telltale sign.
Right. I was like, I also didn't have money to be able to go to nobody's black beach either. I said, I'm going to keep my black butt right here. Black Beach didn't have as much notoriety though as Freaknik. It's got to be a lot. Like they weren't on a beach. They were on a street. They were in a park.
At Black Beach?
No. Freaknik.
Oh, at Freaknik. Got it.
Freaknik, you're saying I'm going to go to a park or a street and be naked. The beach is like.
That's also, people be dressed like that at the beach.
You got to have a lot of audacity to be like, I'm going to go right in front of a place of business.
This is the max way.
And show that my peak and my butthole brown.
Oh.
That is like, it takes a lot of like I don't care and nobody will know. And those video cameras were the size of cars.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't hear it. They were like this.
That's what it was. It had a full VHS tape in there.
Yes.
Already from the AV club.
They had strong shoulders.
Wasn't no mini DV back then. There was full tapes. You had to warm it up.
There's no way. And people really were getting, I don't know if people just thought, oh, this is for somebody's collection, so it can't be spread around. Mm-hmm. But now, you can't get away with that because soon as also people are doing it on the internet for free.
For free now.
So why get together to do that?
Well, the thing is, before that, there's no threat really of.
That's what I'm saying.
How you gonna see this? And also, I don't remember seeing that many video cameras. They weren't like the way we have smartphones on us now.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a few, but not a lot. I don't maybe seeing one or two. Mm-hmm. So if there ain't no internet, ain't no World Wide Web, you just like, I'm shaking that thing and I'm going home.
Yeah, that person who videoed me, they have it for their collection and they'll lose their time.
I'll be surprised they have a lot of good video footage left over because look, 94 was a long time ago. Mm. Transferring that footage to high def, making it out like this, it's going to be a lot. And blur the people's faces out. These are principals now. Principals and doctors and lawyers. They are professionals, and people go see their nipples. Yeah, they were 30 years ago. These people are probably 50, in their 50s now.
Yeah,
that's crazy. 55, 94 was what, 31 years ago? No, 29 years ago.
Jesus
right?
Christ.
So if you say you're 20 years old, what? I don't even look like that no more.
Girls is out there. I mean, the guys and the girls was doing the most.
Yes. The men were just out there. Wasn't a lot of great food there though.
Everybody was fast.
Fast
in the pants. Everybody was being fresh. And I'm not referring to HelloFresh, but you should check them out. HelloFresh is our sponsor for today's podcast.
Yeah, it is.
And I just cooked a meal with them yesterday.
What'd you make?
I made this spaghetti. It had, hold on, I took a picture of it. And I can tell y'all the exact name of it because, honey, it was amazing. It was called the sun-dried tomato spaghetti. Came together super duper quick. I let my son pick it out. He brought me the recipe card. I threw that thing together so fast. And I actually only had to use one pan in one pot. That's all I needed to put together a whole meal that my family loved. HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You ain't got to go to the grocery store. And guess what? You're also saving money by having HelloFresh and not going to the grocery store. You say it's like 23% less as far as in food waste, and then 25% cheaper than takeout. You can spend less time in the kitchen with quick and easy meals like HelloFresh's fast and fresh pineapple chicken tacos and falafel bowls, ready in like 15 minutes or less. And HelloFresh keeps your taste buds on their toes with 40 recipes and over 100 seasonal and convenient items to choose from each week. With so much variety, there are options for everyone of every single lifestyle. It's our go-to for all of our dinners, and our kids are happy, and so are we. Go to HelloFresh.com/SK50.
SK50.
Use code SK50.
SK50.
For 50% off plus your first box ships free. Go to HelloFresh.com/SK50.
SK50.
And use code SK50.
SK50.
For 50% off plus your first box ships free. That's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal
America's #1
meal kit.
Now, this was just a random thing that went viral on the Twitter last week. This dude tweeted, he just randomly tweeted out of nowhere, why do women continue following folks but ignore their DMs? Right? He just tweeted that. And this woman responded was like, because you be DMing them crazy stuff like this. And posted a DM from him to her where he said, mind if I ask you something? She responded, question mark. He said, kind of random, but do you ever pass gas around people, or is that something you only do when you're all alone? I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry, what?
Is the weirdo the way the young people use the word weirdo.
Yeah, that's a weird. Is there young people out there?
No, Josh is the young.
Oh, Josh 30.
Is it weird or a weird? You remember, y'all have to tell me what Drewski meant when he said weirdo, right?
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Apparently in LA it
Weird
means something
energy
different.
weirdo, same category. He's a weirdo.
Oh,
Josh should be 30 though. He ain't finna be over with the youngs.
I know.
Our jokes ain't gonna hit the same when he over 30.
no.
30 with a mortgage.
No, Josh still got a baby face, so we can.
Yeah,
still
but he got man bills.
He do. Well, Josh been
Every
done had
month.
man bills. That ain't. That's he didn't have
As
those
soon
for
as
3
he turn
years.
30, everything gonna be sharper. A little bit of sadness gonna come over them eyes. He ain't gonna be smiling no more. His glasses gonna have a bifocal thing. It ain't just for blue light no more. He gonna be looking over his screen when he plays video games. His music gonna change. He gonna be on that Bobby Caldwell. He gonna listen to them Playboy Cardi no more. He gonna be on that Bobby Caldwell. Rest in peace to Bobby.
That Bobby.
So anyway, that isn't the weirdest part of the story.
No, it gets so.
It
worse.
gets way worse.
Oh
so
my gosh.
this woman says, nah, but this nigga is actually crazy. Like, he should be on the streets crazy. He sent me a video of him driving Uber and farting while having the windows on child lock so the girl couldn't roll them down. The girl was struggling to breathe. I wish I could find it.
I
He
thought he
said-
was in an Uber.
No,
he
he was
driving Uber.
He
Because
was the
he was
driver.
mad at her because she made him wait for an extended period of time, and
Yeah.
then when he spoke to her when she got in, she ignored him. So
his response to that isn't to rate. You know, you can rate the writer.
you can.
Because I was like a 4.78, and I was like, what did I do? I'd be getting in and being quiet.
Did you
You
poop?
a 4.7.
I don't poop.
Wow, Kevin, that's
I was
low.
4.78, and I was like, who didn't give me 5 stars? So instead of rating the past, because you get enough bad ratings, Uber will be like, you can't go no more.
Or people won't pick you up.
Yeah, they'll be like, this person be doing crazy stuff. They were drunk, whatever. You can get in trouble as the writer. Stay on your profile. He didn't do that. His response, because he has a fart fetish, was to fart in this car with this woman who done paid him for a service and put the child lock on so she can't roll the windows down. She hold on, let me.
I would jump out of that car while it's moving.
Well, that what actually made me. This is why women be afraid of men.
No, because
like
he gets way worse.
I don't have the video, but she's like, "Yo, could you roll what's up with the window? Can you roll it down?" He was like, "What?" No, she's like, "You farted." He was like, "That wasn't me." She's just like, nigga, what are you doing, right? So then,
Yeah, this is the then part. This is
then
terrible.
he goes to murder. He said, I ain't laughing this time, my guy. The chick who posted the screenshot stays right in my city. Wouldn't be no issue to hunt her down and off her. Folks be wanting to see niggas crash out till imps gotta plan funerals after.
Why did you do that?
It's very funny to me.
I could tell.
It's so funny to me.
Sometimes it be tearing me up.
Oomphs, lol, Lamau. Lamau is my favorite.
I could tell.
Lamau, I can't wait till people use it.
Limphao is good too.
Limphao is even the best. People don't use it as much though.
What do you do when
Limphao.
people?
I miss Raffle.
Yeah, ruffle Lamau. That's
That's I'm about to die.
my favorite.
That's how hard I'm
what were
laughing.
you asking, Angel? What are you doing with people?
Wait, shoot, Kevin.
What?
I don't know.
That's that 42 on you.
Oh, a dollar sign. What do you say?
Hey, money.
That's good. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. He talking about killing a girl.
And that's like, women be like, you can't defeat the men are trash tweets or ideas because there's too many men that are trash to defeat.
Oh,
They
no.
be real loud.
There's not enough good men in the world.
Anytime we get one step ahead, the line gets evened out somehow.
And the best thing you could do, Josh, you could be a loving husband, father, a stay-at-home dad. You can't, your goodness cannot outdo a nigga who, mind you, he rolled the windows up and farted on her. And he posted the video. She just tweeted about it. His response is, I know where you live. It would be nothing for me to kill you. That's your answer. You did, how you in your mind, you did the wild thing. All she did was talk about it, and she didn't even tweet him.
In a service-based work setting, mind you. You're providing a service.
He's crazy. This is not just trash male behavior. He's crazy.
Crazy and dangerous. Because now you got people on the internet laughing at you, right? Obviously, you live in the city where you pick the person up. Now you mad when you farted, and how you mad at her? Like, how you mad at her?
The fact of the matter is he's putting his life in danger. Like, will you put out the threat first of, well, then I'm going to have to get you first.
Like, how did it go from...
He's crazy.
Dog.
He's crazy.
That doggone fart fetish done blew up in your face.
Literally.
And now you mad. By the way, do y'all watch Luther?
No, my mother do, but just for Idris.
Luther, the Idris
BCC.
Elba show? Yeah, he had a movie on Netflix.
My mama calls him Luther. She don't know his real name. She said, that Luther,
Oh, man,
he
it's
look
good.
real good.
That show. And I don't really be liking scary stuff, but Luther just enough scary and suspense. But anyway.
Oh, it's scary? I didn't know that.
Not scary, but the people be wild. But the premise of this movie, I'm not going to spoil it because it just came out. Me and Melissa just watched it. But the premise of this movie is, of this version is the villain captures people's things that he doesn't want people to know about and threatens to blackmail them. And it gets you to do crazy things. And that's what this guy made me think of. Like, you got this fart fetish. Now you're embarrassed. You're the topic of the day on Twitter. And everybody's laughing at you. It doesn't matter that in literally 8 minutes or 8 hours, the conversation is going to move on.
Yeah.
That day, it feels like everybody on planet Earth is talking about you. And now you done farted. Like, you DMing women asking them if you could fart.
Yeah, do you fart?
And he was sending videos of himself farting to women. He would like, and then put the camera up.
This is
and I'm gonna keep
no more.
Huh?
You guys got to worry about Pink Guy. He's doodling on the phone, then putting it back. He's like, hit.
He gonna have all types of skin rashes and stuff. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Side topic. The Rock commented on your post. He
follows him.
When?
What you mean when?
I didn't know. Is it the Yokozuna one?
Yes, a long comment.
The Rock follows Kev.
The Rock does follow.
The Rock not only follows, he engages.
He engaged?
Sir.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
It's not farts, hopefully.
What'd he say? What Dwayne say?
A lot. He was like, actually, such and such is my cousin, and then da-da-da.
He was over clarifying?
He was adding to what you were saying. It was a paragraph. My nigga.
My nigga? Oh.
You see?
I see.
You see?
I didn't even know. He said, Dwayne The Rock said, Yoko. And I didn't even I wasn't even I knew he followed me, but he ain't commented in a long time.
Yeah.
Like a year maybe. Tony put me on, and I was going to make a video about it. Tony's like, you doing too much.
Just be calm about it.
Friend of the pod.
FOTP. So I ain't say nothing. And low key, I'd be forgetting. So when I posted it, I really just found out. Like, I've been into wrestling all over again since WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. So, and TikTok been serving me.
Oh, they're like, we got it for you.
I didn't know there was this many wrestling clips in the world.
They said, we
got And the more I watch them, they like, remember this? Diamond Dallas Page. The Undertaker was this.
No.
Hulk. So I was looking up Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns' whole family was WrestleMania. His family headlined both nights. His cousins headlined night one, the Usos. He headlined night two, and his underling is the Usos' brother. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, y'all family is killing. Let me look up and see who else is in your family.
Mm-hmm. Booty shape.
Everybody. Everybody. I look up one. I said, Yokozuna. Yokozuna was Japanese. No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
He was Samoan.
Samoan.
He was named Rodney. Samoa. So I look up, I click on the pictures from when I was a kid, and I'm like, this nigga is so obviously Samoan now.
Yeah.
He don't look Japanese at all. But as a kid, boy, them old wrestling, they was like stereotypes.
Oh, yeah.
We not only gonna believe, we gonna paint the picture.
Oh, yeah. I watched Glow, the series.
On Netflix?
Yes, I used to watch Glow as a child. And I was like, oh, wow. Wow, we
They
didn't
were
care.
Reckless
And racist.
So the Wild Samoans, who was a generation prior, they had them not talking and biting off fish heads and stuff. I was like, bro, Vince McMahon. Now, and here's the thing: I was into wrestling when I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7 in El Paso. There's no internet when you were 7.
Right.
So if they tell you, man, Yokozuna is Japanese,
He's
first of all, you don't even know.
You
I
ain't
didn't know
met
what
that many Japanese people to know
never
what
seen
they
a Japanese person in my life at that point.
Right.
The only familiarity I have is like movies.
Yeah.
So there's Bruce Lee, there's Kung Fu movies. So I don't know who's Japanese, Korean, Chinese.
Yeah.
I just know Kung
from
Fu.
over there.
That's y'all. The term Samoan did not enter my lexicon when I saw Yokozuna.
Why would it?
And Mr. Fuji, they playing Japanese music. They got I recognize the flag from school. I'm like,
Hey, he's from Japan.
he's a little bit big. I know sumo
I was
wrestlers.
saying, sumo wrestlers are huge.
They're huge. So now with my eyes, now I done known some Samoans, they jumped that man in front of my house. I said, boy, we was just, Vince McMahon was like, lies.
Lies. Put his hair in a ponytail and a top bun
And
put
just
him in a
don't
diaper.
talk.
Yeah.
Have him say bonsai only. It was like the basic stereotypes.
They said this'll work. People don't really care. Just give him a backstory.
So anyway, Dwayne The Rock, friend of the pod.
Tell him what it said.
Yoko was my cousin. How about this? My grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, actually trained my uncles Afa and Sika. They're the Wild Samoans. Sika is the father of Roman Reigns, and my dad, Rocky Soulman Johnson, was my grandfather's tag team partner in Cali back in 1970. We all related, brother. Now watch this. You want to get crazier? My security guard, we going to Colombia. I look at his last name. It's one of the people in this family tree's first name. I said, ain't no way.
Of course there's a way.
So we get to Colombia. I said, hey, man, I was doing some research on wrestling. He's like, yes, Roman Reigns and them are my cousins. I said,
like actual though, because
actual.
They be throwing family around a lot.
They do, and I see, bro, the
actual
dog. They have so many kids.
That tree is so horizontal. It's
Josh,
crazy.
them Samoans have children, and they are
sex.
athletes.
Because of
Football.
their gigantic size.
Yes.
And stature.
Was big. I said, you was so. He's like, yes. He was like, it's on like that side. But he was like, okay, so my mom's had married, and on that other side, around the corner, Roman Reigns and them. I was watching a video of the Usos, and they were like trying to explain how they were connected to The Rock. There's just so many family members. You can see him being like, all right, so my you know, what's EJ Speaks videos? Roy Dale and Alvin
Yeah.
grandmother was my grandmother. Okay, they were sisters. That's Samoan.
Yeah.
They were sisters. That's the Samoan way. Roy
listen,
Dale and Alvenstein, down from Samoa.
They got to make giants. I wouldn't stop making giants if I made giants.
Giants! They'll die. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. You know that song?
I can't tell.
It's a real song.
I believe it.
I
heard the harder they fall. I heard that part, but I don't know if I know it because
it's Donna Lawrence.
I more than likely know it. I know a lot of his songs. It's an old one though. It's old. It's old choir music. Anyway.
But anyway, I don't know how we got to that.
I was just I had to do it aside. I was sitting on the toilet.
You sitting on the toilet?
And I was scrolling and I said, this say The Rock. What The Rock?
What The Rock's doing?
I said, what The Rock? It can't be my The Rock.
Not the
Under my friend Kevin's post. And I clicked and I said, oh my God. That's what I commented. I said, wow. The Rock is in your comments.
I didn't even know.
Wow,
Because
I'm
after
dizzy.
a little bit, I move on.
I know.
If I make my video, if you don't comment within the first hour or two,
If The Rock comments on mine, that's going to be my feed for the next month. It's just small corners of it so that eventually it makes the whole thing when you go to my feed and you'll see the whole comment. But yeah, that's because, I love The Rock.
You love The Rock?
I do. He's
I
one of
love
my
The Rock.
favorites.
He's a friend of the pod. I'm going to work with him.
I'm sure.
I'm going to work with him.
Y'all should wrestle.
No. No.
No?
No.
Kevin.
Angel,
The Rock said, Kevin, I want you to be in this movie with me, but we're going to wrestle. You would wrestle. You throw both of them shoulders out to be in that movie. Throw both of them shoulders out.
Listen, man, when I was up at that WrestleMania, them people get slammed for real.
Yeah.
And they all strong. They be, excuse me, picking each other up, slamming them on tables. The Rock still 270 of muscle. I'm 270 of different stuff.
Y'all should wrestle. You would
I want to get
wrestle.
in the Rock.
You be like Snoop, like running. Hit the ropes.
Hit the ropes, Jack.
And don't you come back. But where are you on your mental health journey? That's what I want to know.
Where your mental?
Where your mental?
Where's Victory at? How are you? Your mental.
Oh, no matter where you are, talking to a therapist who is trained to help can make large differences, huge differences. They can help you find a new outlook on life and help you recover your energy, confidence, and joy. At Talkspace, you can find the right therapist with the right training for you. Talkspace is a new, more convenient way to find a therapist and to meet them. And to meet with them. Everything is done online. You find the therapist you feel closest to and meet virtually wherever you're most comfortable on your schedule. So there's no missed work or scheduling childcare for an appointment. It's therapy designed for your life. Y'all know I love therapy.
Well, we know you go down there once a week at minimum.
A 90-minute session is how I be doing my therapy. One, we did 2 whole hours. It was great because I was having panic attack at night. And I said, girl, you got to help me through this because I can't do this. I can't live this life like this. And let me tell you, we got through it. And it was just amazing to be able to have that expert care and advice in real time. Finding a therapist can feel overwhelming, but Talkspace takes the pressure off the first step. Talkspace is a more flexible, convenient, and affordable way to get high quality care. At Talkspace.com, you match with a provider that's right for you, usually within a day or two. Talkspace is private, secure, affordable, and your Talkspace therapist is always accessible to you. When you've met your therapy goals or simply want to cancel, Talkspace has a simple cancellation process and will work with you to get a prorated refund for unused time, if applicable. Talkspace is there for you to make your life better. Looking to renew and rejuvenate your life? Look to Talkspace and now get $100 off your first month when you go to Talkspace.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
To match with your dedicated therapist. Go to Talkspace.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
Now to get $100 off. Talkspace.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
Sing!
All right. In terrible news,
Oh, no.
let me just say. So Charles Moore, Elizabethtown, Kentucky's finest.
Yeah,
I wake up
Friend of the
yesterday.
pod.
Friend of the pod. Keep your distance.
he did keep your distance.
He
I was
had
there.
an amazing set. Now, if you go to Elizabethtown, Kentucky, you got to check in with Charles Moore.
First of all, call it E-Town. Nobody call it Elizabethtown.
You check.
Right.
See, that's why I got to check in.
Yeah, E-Town.
You got to hit up Charles Moore. You don't just go walking around E-Town without checking in.
Check him
But
out
I
on
got-
TikTok too.
You got to check in. So I hit Charles. Hey, I'm coming to E-Town. This is my check in, like Foursquare. So I wake up yesterday and I see Charles, and he like, yo, basically, I never thought I'd see the Dalai Lama post an iOS press release apology. This is the first tweet I see.
Wow.
Here's his iOS press release apology. It says, a video clip has been circulating that shows a recent meeting when a young boy asked His Holiness the Dalai Lama if he could give him a hug. His Holiness wishes to apologize to the boy and his family as well as many of his friends across the world for the hurt his words may have caused. His Holiness often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even public and before cameras. He regrets the incident. So I'm like, oh, the Dalai Lama, first of all, why is the Dalai Lama on social media was my first thought. Ain't you supposed to be, doing, monk stuff? What is you doing? So I'm like, oh, maybe the boy wanted a picture with the Dalai Lama, and he was like, boy, I don't want no picture. Psych, let's get one. No, and I ain't gonna, and don't put the video, Josh, and I don't recommend you watch it.
I will never.
I scroll up 6 or 7 tweets. I forgot about this. I was like, what the Dalai Lama did? Man, I didn't think there were cameras there. It wasn't innocent and playful at all. The man puts his head to the baby head, right? That baby is probably like 8, 9 years old. He tells this baby to suck his tongue and then leans forward
And sticks his tongue out. And for a moment, you think it might actually happen. And I said to myself, what? That is not playing. I don't play like that with my own children. That is disgusting.
Let alone somebody else's baby. What are you doing?
He needs to cut his tongue out.
He needs to chop it off. If it's causing you to sin, and the first thing I thought, and we ain't got to stay here long.
Because you know I can't do it.
Why are you doing this with cameras around? And if you're doing this with cameras around,
Don't tell him what you're doing with the cameras off.
Dalai Lama, pray, meditate.
In what culture is asking someone to suck your tongue a joke?
Not only any culture.
Not in English culture. You know how in English culture we'll say pull my finger?
Right.
Somebody gonna fart. Is suck my tongue a funny, non-sexual wherever the Dalai Lama is?
Listen, let me tell you what, and I'm not really a violent man at all. But let my baby sit with the Dalai Lama. He gonna have to see these hands.
The tongue's gonna be removed.
We don't, people in general, not even black people, Mexican, people don't play about their kids. Take a picture with my kid. That's it.
Let me tell you, my kids don't even get to come sit with Santa. So they sure as hell ain't gonna come sit with the Dalai Lama, who they don't even know. I love the way Lil Marcus takes pictures. Lil Marcus does not put his head, Lil Marcus stands with his hands by his legs with a good 3-space gap with any adult. That's right. Protect yourself.
When we grew up, don't get out that person's lap. Don't. My nieces and stuff try to sit on my lap. I'm gonna just stand up with you.
I'm gonna hold you like I'm gonna hold you out. Hold you out like this so I can look at you.
Let me pick you up, girl. You done got big. You is nice and big now, ain't you?
I can't. No.
So anyway,
when I saw it, when I didn't watch the video, just seeing the
don't watch the video, y'all.
Just seeing the headline of it, it makes my stomach turn.
It's awful.
It makes my stomach turn. I said, well, it's time for him to go. He didn't finish his llama in. Dolly him off. Roll him away.
Roll tide.
Into the grave. He's done. He's retired. It's over. He ain't got nothing else. What else he got? He ain't got nothing else. My husband, this is what Marcus's response when we said it. He said, "Are y'all talking about a rapper named the Dalai Lama?"
Right.
He said, "Y'all know y'all not talking about the real Dalai Lama.
That's what.
There's got to be a rapper who'd have named himself the Dalai Lama, but spelled Dolly.
Angel, that's literally
Lama."
I'd be so this. You remind me of something I saw on TikTok the other day. I thought it was so interesting. It's gonna be aside from this, but black guy that I follow, brilliant mind. So many of these kids on TikTok are so funny, so brilliant. I just love them. So he was saying that years ago, I think it's called a third place. I think the idea was third place, and the idea is your home is your first place, work is your second place. And a lot of businesses were third places. You go to the coffee shop, you go to the library, bookstore, bowling, the mall. That was your third place. Socialize, the barbershop, whatever. He was saying he thinks because of time and technology, people's third place now is social media. Right? We build communities, right? That's what I love about the Sage Crew. Like, we have a community of like-minded people. We don't all agree, but we are of relatively the same generation, right? Like, we're not all the same age. Like, Josh about to be 30. We have some Stage Crew members 50, 55. Angel's 42. Kev 39. Like, all the way down to Vic. Therese age. Vic, 27, 28?
Somewhere around
26? Some 50, 55, right? We have a community. We come hang out, especially the Patreon. Like, we be chopping it up. We have videos and all that type of stuff. But social media has become, for a lot of people, that third place. They go hang out. JoJo yesterday we made Easter dinner together.
Sorry about Bailey.
Oh, Angel, don't you apologize.
No, I felt bad.
You don't feel. I mean, you can feel bad. It's a valid feeling, but when you said you was hosting 8 families, I was like, you was wild to even suggest
8 families for Easter.
I know I hosted my family for spring break. And so I was going to plan an Easter egg hunt and dinner for families and the kids. And I said, I am so sorry. I can no longer do
Nah, it was all good. Yeah, I'm looking at the ages on the Patreon. It's literally from 26 to 55.
There's 47
Right.
of them.
So, but
54, come on. If Dorothy's up in here, that's 72. Go ahead.
And your mama be in here. Your mom on that dog video just tickled me. I want to be. She rolled on the ground. And your mom was in the video. And that's what I love about your mom. This is what I want to be as 70. I'm just older. If I can do the stuff.
Yeah.
We did a photo shoot for Jackie's birthday, Angel's sister, and Angel's mother made sure she got her photos in.
Yes, she did.
Send them to us, Angel. We did them.
It became her photo shoot at one point of the photo shoot.
Listen,
Yes.
Respectfully, I love it.
I love it too. There's this old black dude on TikTok. He's 73. He was doing pull-ups with one arm. I mean, with on a pole like this. And he said the key to being able to do stuff at my age is I never stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I just worked out the same every day. It keeps you limber and all that type of stuff. And I was like, dang, this is great. I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know why I brought up the third place.
Yeah, third place.
I was saying like how social media has become community for a lot of people. And I feel like this was really heightened by the pandemic.
Yes.
When we couldn't, like, I was really grateful during the pandemic that I at least had my wife and kids that I could see. But a lot of people didn't. So we was on vacation and a person of a different race was working at a store and he was like, Kev. And the kid, my boys, they are only impressed, not impressed now, but when they're like, when white people recognize you or Mexican people or Asian people, that's when I be like,
people really know.
they be like, that's what they like. Now, black people, they like, when we in Atlanta, okay, they probably gonna know my dad. But he said, we was at WrestleMania, it was a lot of Mexican people and white people recognized me. But anyway, this dude was like, yo, during the pandemic, like, y'all really helped me.
Yeah.
Like, we needed those videos and congratulations on your award. I mean, white people, it'd be like
People on the road, Kev, will stop and be like, yo, your guys, like, here's the thing. All the other podcasts, all the content got me through the pandemic. And sometimes I don't think just speaking for myself, understand what that statement, the weight that comes with that statement.
Right.
Because for us, it's part of what we like to do and part of the routine with work to get stuff
it's
uploaded.
part of our 9 to 5.
Right. We don't might not understand the scale of connection that people have with whatever resonated from this podcast, that podcast, at the time, that emotional tie to it.
Yeah.
When they might have been by themselves.
They were,
They were
by
by
themselves. And listen, when you by yourself every day, all day, you can burn through some Netflix. People was getting to the end of Netflix. I remember being like, I need something else. And they wasn't making nothing else.
And we was talking to them. That's different. Netflix.
Right.
You over here. They're talking this way.
Yes.
We were like, hey, we in the house too. How you doing?
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Zooming with the homies. I remember when Zooming with the homies started, so he was just on there like late at night on Instagram.
For like 4 hours.
Dog. And I'm like, there's no point in I usually like to go to bed. What's the point? I'm gonna go to bed. And bed and awake happens
anytime.
That's why I was talking to somebody else about this. That's why especially the quarantine part of the pandemic feels like a blip in time because there's no differentiating information for your brain to process.
No, it
right?
was no change of scenery.
No change of scenery. You just wake up, eat, drink, walk, nothing different. So your brain's like, another useless day, Usually you go on vacation, your family comes over, you go to work, things happen. But if you're just doing the same thing, your brain is like, delete, these are useless files, delete. That's why we'd be like, yeah, last year, 2020, like, you mean 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
No.
And this is the thing. I know people always say that the content got them through the pandemic. Creating the content got me through the pandemic. It gave me a purpose because if not, I would be a full-blown drunk.
That's why, listen.
What? I
Full-blown
was like 10 a.m. This bottle of wine's not open yet.
Dog, I'm telling you, there was some day, I remember one day and I was like, you gotta chill. I went out in my backyard. This was right after you had your birthday party.
Okay, yeah.
You had all that whiskey. Went out in my backyard one day, 6, 7, nothing's happening. I said, I'm just going to have me a drink. And I did too many. And I got up, I said, oh.
Hey.
The earth moving to me.
It's so
and
much.
I said, hey, I gotta, whoa.
No,
it was like, it was like that. I said, that's too much. And nobody was even out there with me.
You just out
Kids
there.
in the house, listen in the house, and I'm just like, glubba, 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 whiskey drinking, gabba, I drinking that whiskey. It can't do that.
I love my tumblers. I had a tumbler at least this big, and I put ice in it, and I took those pre-made margarita mixes, and I poured it in there, and that is, I would do hold on to your edges,
Little
Labrisha.
Costco joints.
Oh yeah, just. Would be done with it.
Why's your water burning you?
Oh, but that was me. Girl, I wasn't hiding it. They saw me pouring it on camera. There was no shame in it, but
it kept it cold longer in the tumbler, so
Listen,
it made more sense.
I'm telling you, bro, the benefits were mutual. The same way y'all needed to watch it, I needed to make it. Cause I was like, bro, I got nothing else. I need to make a video. That's why we was doing the podcast. I just doing with the homies a lot.
So did I. I was doing a live on Facebook every morning and then a live on Instagram every
Do you
afternoon.
remember how many people the first month
the Instagram live wave? I was on there during my walks.
It was 30.
I wasn't talking about nothing. It was just
30
live.
Usually it's 3 on my timeline. Usually 3 or 4 people are live at any given time.
And maybe one of those is 2 people doing lives together.
Josh.
Everybody.
Maybe. And I'm talking about 30 lives with 22 people combined of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't need an audience.
No.
I want to say words. Please come in.
Sometimes you pop in there and you'd be the one watcher. You'd be like, no, swipe quick.
Don't look at me. I'm naked. The whole Clubhouse thing was a flash in the pan. That
was like, we'll take spaces and
it had a
run
hot
with it.
summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clubhouse had one season where everybody was, let's reset the room. You understand? I was in thermodynamics
I can't
on a
stand
nuclear.
people's voices like that.
Everybody had a Clubhouse voice.
Off what Kev said.
Let's
man.
reset the room. We got some heavy setters in the room. You know what I'm saying? We got some gyms being dropped in the room.
Gyms being
dropped. My God.
Yes. Big Cap. It should have been Cap House because everybody was a record exec.
Yeah.
And everybody was the best they could be. Nobody worked at the place.
No.
I don't work at Subway. I am sub. This is my way. What I said, why y'all got the green peppers whole, I come up with the slicer. Change
People
the
were
game.
just in there talking about
That's me.
nothing, man.
But I mean, just a whole bunch of shut the hell up. Y'all ain't talking about nothing. Then it just died.
It needed to. I was like,
It was too much.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't take it.
I need to see people's faces if I'm going to listen to them. But yeah, no, listen, making that content, meeting people online, that I needed it.
Yeah, it was great.
It was. A versus would happen. People would be like, when is your live? Come on, you got to go live.
They were breaking IG Live because of how many people were in there. The servers were falling apart.
Josh, Melissa, Mel, and I, this is when versus started getting big. We was having versus parties.
Yes.
When Teddy Riley's got messed up, we were like, that was what we were doing today.
Yes.
Melissa used to cook. Mel and them would come over. When it didn't work, we were like, it was like a fight party.
Yeah.
Like y'all coming over, they got the verses coming on. I mean, everybody was watching
them. It's crazy
them.
how big it got quick. I remember seeing the first one, which was Hit Boy and Boy Wonder.
Yeah.
That's when the streets had it. It was just like, we're just putting beats against you.
Yes.
There's literally nothing else to do. Let's find something to get that competitive spirit.
And Instagram, the girl, I think her name was Fadia, she worked for Instagram. She was letting them do the stuff because Instagram usually would take that stuff down.
Yeah.
But I remember Lil Jon, was it Lil Jon and T-Pain?
Yes, it was Lil Jon and T-Pain.
That was my favorite one.
That was the first one I ever watched. I didn't watch that first one. I watched that one and I was like, oh my God, Lil Jon did that song.
And they gave the stories.
Right.
That's what when it got to performance, you missed the story, like the behind the scenes.
Well, and what was cool about the behind the scenes era, because initially it was producers just basically flexing what we worked on, and then it went to songwriters with
Jonte Austin and was it a Dream? Or Sean Garrett?
Yeah, that one was a mess though.
Yeah, but they were flexing something. Was it was John Tate?
Right, but the T-Pain
Tate.
joint is when it started crossing over to producer performers.
Yes.
And then that's when it started blowing up to like performances against each other.
Yes. But then when they made fun of Teddy Riley, and then immediately everybody copied what Teddy Riley. They just couldn't get the echo.
Right.
Oh,
but Teddy
and
Riley.
Tony Baker's voice through all of this too.
Oh my God.
He had
Teddy Riley called him broke.
Yeah,
he was an unofficial commentator.
It was great.
Oh, he was definitely the when you pan over to or you cut to the box during a basketball game.
Yeah.
It was a really good round right there.
Yeah.
It goes to everybody's waiting for Tony getting them comments.
Man, he
talking
said
trash.
it was great.
Yeah.
It was great, and then it flew too close to the sun.
Oh, they sold it.
Yeah, and then it just wasn't.
The last one was the last one I watched was the Mary Mary one last Easter.
Yeah, they had actually the last one I watched was Till My Baby's Born.
Oh,
Till My Baby's Born. Till My Baby's Born.
That poor baby didn't deserve that.
This baby's born. One wish, one wish. Come on, one wish. That was
the swan song.
Yeah, that had to be. It's just like you got these niggas on the same stage.
Mario
and this is
was like, oh, jeez.
Oh, stop. Oh, no.
Then they were charging people too.
Yeah.
They had Onyx on there, and I was like,
come on, guys.
all right.
It's enough.
Just go ahead and close this laptop.
It's enough.
All right, y'all. We love y'all. Listen, Patreon, we got a big week for y'all this week. Thursday, I saw this on the internet. Friday, we're shooting all types of podcasts. So just put your out of office in for your work. If you're working remote.
Take a day off.
Close the door to your office. Listen, I'm swamped. Telling people you're swamped and you got to catch up on some stuff because we're going to be talking this week.
Big time talking.
God bless y'all. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference. Patreon. We'll be back in like 15 minutes to do the Bald and the Beautiful. God bless you. See you next time.
Goodbye.
Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one, yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one, yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another banger for ya. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.